Hey there, Guardians, Ghosts, and Gamers. By the way, Fire Team, if anybody out there can hear me, give me an emote. I'll go ahead and switch to a different channel. Okay, I guess no one can hear me. Anyway, so, a little thought experiment for y'all today. Imagine you're playing golf, whether you do or you don't. Okay, just imagine you're playing golf. Now, imagine that instead of, I believe the term is called playing through. Imagine now, instead of you playing with a buddy, uh, it's everybody for themselves. And instead of playing through, in other words, letting somebody, come through your course because you're taking longer, than you should or that you feel well, you know what I mean. So imagine that instead of someone just saying, "Hey, mind if I play through?" They just come right in and start whacking away. Okay. And then imagine that when you do go to get a hole in one, they basically block you. Or when you do finally get a chance to I don't know how to play golf. Honestly, guys, I'm sorry. It's the example. You know how golf is supposed to be like this totally chill, polite game. It's got some tension in it because you're trying to fucking get the lowest score possible. And when people play on the green, there's this understanding, okay? And I don't know what it's called when you get your golf ball in the hole. I guess it's just I don't know, scoring points or completing the course. But imagine you're trying to do that, and the guy comes up behind you and fucking pushes you out of the way and takes his ball and throws it in the hole, and you don't even get a chance to swing, and that's it. Just fuck off. That playing these kinds of strikes feels like that for me, to be honest. Um, it's just fucking A, dude. It's like everybody's just so fucking wrapped up on fucking defeating everybody else, and it's like total competition here. I mean, this game used to feel cooperative, but it just doesn't. It doesn't anymore. It just feels like everything you do is a competition for it, and I'm just like, you know what? I compete every day in my real world. I don't need to come to a place where I'm supposed to be chilling out and relaxing and, just having some fun, getting immersed in an environment, only to fucking have to like compete for kills. Bungie, come on, man. Seriously, I mean, how detrimental to gameplay would it be to just bring back the fire team bounties? I think there's one as a fire team do X bounty this week that's been rotating, and it's like, really? I hate this strike. The Destiny 2 strikes are the most tedious, drawn-out affairs in all of gaming, in my opinion, that I've experienced. Um, I like the Sepix Prime strike. You've got rooms you're fighting through, but you don't gotta fucking jog half the fucking map to get to them. I mean, come on. Am I playing a first-person shared world shooter, or am I playing a fucking track and field simulator? Give me a fucking break. I mean, look at this. This is all this is. The next 30 seconds is just me running my character through a fucking goddamn dark ride. It's not even like a labyrinth, like the Gorgon's Labyrinth, where you can get twisted around and possibly get lost. I mean, if there was an actual labyrinth in this, with shortcuts and, bonus enemies and stuff like that, I'd be like, yeah, this would be cool. But this is just it. It's just a track fighter. This is like me playing a fucking level in Halo. I mean, I liked Halo, but I liked it for what it was, and I played it for what it was. I knew what to expect. They're claiming this is a shared world, open world shooter. Not really. Shared world, my fucking ass. Not when every one of your bounties require you to get the final blow. What the fuck? I mean, god damn, really? Come on, just admit it. It's a battle royale with enemies that you all have to fight. Only one of you will win. 3 of you will go in, but only one will be the champion and get any rewards. The other 2 of you must play again. Come back to Casino Destiny. Kind of really what it is. Seriously, though. Come on and fucking die, asshole. Jeez. It is solar. It is void burn, right? I said solar burn. Come on, right? Says void singe. Okie dokie. What? And this right here. Ooh, catch up to your allies. Catch up to your allies. Fuck you. Make me. Fucking make me. Oh no! Bye bye! Mwah! Hako, love you. Oh no! Oh no! Fucking joke. This strike is my second least favorite strike. My least favorite strike is the Corrupted. I fuck you not. That right there is my least favorite. I mean, I load into Corrupted, I bail. I'm gone. I don't want to even play it anymore. Nightfall. The Corrupted was the Nightfall last week? Week before last? I played once. I think. I mean, I don't even play Corrupted when I'm with my fire team. It's like if we're on strikes and the Corrupted loads up, I'm like, dudes, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna just sit this one out. I mean, seriously, yeah. I've done it. Everybody understands. I fucking not can't. You want to know I don't like the Corrupted? Because it's a jogging simulator. It's a fucking track and field. That's all it is. I feel like I'm a dog in a fucking dog show, jumping over fucking blocks and running through tubes and crap. You know, it's kind of like, I remember, who was it? Somebody explained it to me one time about golf. Golf is a nice walk, interrupted by a rude swack of a club. And I think that's kind of why I chose the golf analogy to describe how Destiny 2 strikes feel like, because it is. It's basically a nice walk through a really beautiful environment, punctuated every now and then by a room full of hostile fucks who just want to tear your face off. And then you got the enemies like these Hive. So, I laughed at my own joke. But anyway, yeah. Why am I doing it? Oh, because I was ambitious today. It's Monday, the last day of the week, and I got all these bounties, and I'm like, what the fuck? Let's see if we can get them all taken care of. Yeah. No. Let's see, what are my favorite strikes? Let's try that, instead of focusing on the negative. I don't know what you're shooting at, buddy. You're probably shooting at me. I don't give any fuck. Lake of Shadows. Even on its worst skulls, it's still a better strike. Arms Dealer, for fuck's sake, yeah. And then we got the Nessus ones. I like Inverted Spire. You know, Inverted Spire is really good. The Battleground is kind of like, it's okay. Exodus Crash, fucking that's a fun one. Insight Terminus is a fun one. These are all good ones. The Proving Ground's a little bit on the chuggy side, you know, you kind of have to commit. But it's not terrible. You know, I like all the Nessus strikes. You can't go wrong with the Earth or the Nessus strikes. The Moon strikes, even the Europa one, dude, they one-phased her. Fuck yeah. That's epic. That's kind of like, actually no, that's really kind of disappointing. That's like, you know, going through an hour and a half of Tantric, and then all of a sudden, you're done. I was like, I didn't even feel the tingles. Whatever. I mean, obviously this guy's like, I got too much super. I'm just going to use super. You know what? I'll just do this too. What the fuck? I'm just thinking of this song from Muse. There's no other way. There's no other way. There's no other way. All you have to do is watch them play. Kind of gets to that. You know, you just don't really get the chance. I thought Deacon Armstrong, he's a Sacred Order. Oh. So I don't have any Bannerlords. What happened to all my Bannerlords? Oh, fuck off. Well, let's see. I'm gonna focus. Focus. Kill combatants with my super. Final blow, see? Right there. Defeat taken combatants. Yeah, I haven't. Well, I guess I could have done the corrupted for that, but whatever. Multiple enemies at a time with your super. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Well, actually, this can happen outside of strikes. It doesn't say have to be in strikes to do that, so that's cool. These, of course, are all planetary based. Kinetic weapons, melee attacks, power grenade launchers, void abilities. I guess I'll just go ahead and focus on the gunsmith parts. Get some materials in the process. Let's go ahead and do this. Come on, I gotta get the stupid enhancement cores. Well, I don't gotta. I wanna. That's the thing. I'm at a stage right now in my gameplay, in every bit of my gameplay, not just in Destiny, but even in Conan and Elder Scrolls. It's a list of wants rather than have tos or need tos. Basically, gameplay should never be a need to. You should never need to do anything when you're playing a game. Honestly, the only thing you need to do is have fun. That's it. You need to be having fun. You need to be enjoying yourself. Because if you're not enjoying yourself when you're playing the game, then what are you doing? You know, unless it's your job, then yeah. And it's not really my job. I mean, I'm not doing this chit chat just to try to drive people towards my Patreons or a merch store or anything else. I'm doing this because, you know, I like it. It's therapeutic. Plus, it helps me organize my thoughts for my own game writing. So, no, I don't write video games. I write tabletop games. I come up with mini games, things you can play in about 5 to 10 minutes on a lunch break with some office mates, if in fact you're lucky to play The Office. This is cool. We're actually on the inverted spire. This is one of my faves. I don't always get a lot of kills in this strike, but it goes quick, even though it is a bit of a jogger as well. I mean, I don't know why Destiny felt like this was important. They should really rename this shit. First person, platformer, shooter, looter. Battle Royale. That's what it should be. Because you're in competition with your teammates to get final blows. See? He didn't need to turn around to kill that guy. He should have been busy with this dude up here, but instead had to turn around and take the final shot on my target. I mean, okay, yeah, maybe that sounds entitled and a little bitchy, but I mean, come on. Yeah, I know. If I was playing in a fire team with people who are actually communicating, chances are we'd be like, okay, I'll take left, you take right, I'll take middle, or you take middle, that kind of situation. And yeah, we do, a lot of times. That's what happens. Or we'll chain our super energies and stuff like that. But my fire team's too busy doing other things right now, so. And I have only this moment in the morning to play. The rest of my afternoon is going to be spent painting a project for a customer. So, yeah, I do actually have a job that I'm supposed to be doing instead of this. That's the other thing, too. I don't feel like Bungie respects our time anymore. You just gonna fuck with me like that? No, I don't think so, buddy. Yay, hand cannons are done. Let's see, go sidearms. Did you get everything? And that's the sad part, is that because I played a lot in Destiny 1 where everybody was playing as a team and, you know, having fun playing as a team, I understand when a player is trying. I've learned how to read the room, so to speak, and realize when a player is trying to achieve certain goals. I don't rush past that location. I'm not gonna steal your the effort that you put in just because I can. That's not who I am. That's not who I am even in real life. You know, if I see an opportunity, but I know that somebody else wants that opportunity, I'm not going to go ahead and, you know, take advantage of the opportunity and then upsell it to somebody else. That's just bullshit. You know, I mean, because I mean, I'm in the toy collector community also, and to an extent, and you know, if I see that, if I hear that someone's looking for this particular deal, I find it, I buy it. I'm not going to say, hey man, I know you're looking for this fig. I'll sell it to you for, you know, 25% more than retail. A finder's fee, as they like to call it. And no, I'd be like, dude, just pay me what I paid for it. Here's the receipt to prove it, and it's yours. I mean, unless of course I actually wanted it too. And if I don't find two, then I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to buy it and be okay with it. But I know a lot of people out there that are like, they'll find it, and then they'll brag. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? You got some serious papa issues or something. Thank you for the res, my friend. Let me help support you on your attack. You got it? Yeah. Whoopsie. Wow, he's just wrecking through everything. And here I'm thinking I'm going to help him. Not. Well, as an uncle in my family is prone to say, lead follower, get out of the way. So yeah. No, seriously, watch how I play. I'm getting up my power-ups. I come in for my strike. I do my run, and then I fucking dip out. Let somebody else take over. I like this team. They're randos, but I like them. Seem to be in the same mindset as myself. Should be right about now. And I still took damage. Oh man, I had a sword guard up and everything, and I still took damage. Could have just imagined what would have happened if I wasn't protecting myself. Ooh, that's gonna be bad. Oh, I think I went too far. Did we kill him? Oh no, we didn't. One phase. Okay. And there's the phase. See? That's what I love about this the inverted spiral. Figure this out. Yes, there's a bit of jogging in the game, but you can one phase the boss. That's what I enjoy about these kinds of strikes. I hate those kinds of strikes that force you to go through stages with the boss. If I wanted to fight those kinds of battles, I'd go back to playing Zelda. You know? There's a reason why I don't play a lot of different NES games, because they're stage fighters. You know, they're phased bosses, and I just don't do that. I don't like that. I don't play those kinds of games. So I had a dungeon master one time who tried to do that kind of shit, incorporate video game mechanics into the session, and I was like, okay, I can understand. I have a feeling what's going to happen towards the end, and I turned to one of my other fellow players. I said, be prepared. We're gonna need to clearly define who's a tank, who's a healer, and who's the damagers, because he's going to do a video game stage boss, and we're going to have waves of ads in between moments where the boss is invulnerable or just not there. And the dude was like, nah, we're just going to go in, we're going to kill the boss, everything's going to be fine. Nope, not at all. And I was like, laughing my ass off. I says, I'm never playing with this DM again. Because I hate that shit. You kick your ass to make your character broken. You should be able to fucking smash the content, okay? If the game allows you to build your class to a god mode, then you should be able to enjoy the god mode. I mean, since the early days of game development in Destiny, it's a power fantasy. When you played Halo as Master Chief or as the Arbiter, that wasn't really a power fantasy. That was a narrative experience with a very clear story, a very clear plot. You followed along. You had to complete stages to progress the story. If you did not complete the stage, you didn't progress the story. You had to figure it out, how to fucking beat the stage. Then you went on. Basically, it was a puzzle game. Okay? It was essentially just a very interactive puzzle game. I always thought it was kind of, weird that they called it Combat Evolved, because there really wasn't anything evolved about the combat. I mean, you quite literally just had to, it was a dark ride, Oop, did I miss? I don't do shotguns. I am not a shotgun player. But, Banshee wants the telemetry, and I'm like, hey, what the hell? It's Monday. I'm pretty much done for the week anyway. I got nothing else better to do. So like, dude, they're like PBR. I should totally be able to fucking do this, but nope. And that's actually really something about tabletop games versus video games, is that a tabletop game like Dungeons and Dragons or Warhammer 40K, it'll allow you to play to your strengths. Say for instance you're playing Warhammer 40K or any kind of skirmish game, and you're like, I like rolling lots of fucking dice and doing mass amounts of hits, but I have to get in close to do that. And if I'm facing down a gun line, that's going to be kind of hard to do. So then there's things in the game that mitigate that, and you're allowed to do that. You don't have to be handicapped, and forced into playing a particular, thing just to fucking be viable. And I hate games that do that. I really do. I do not have fun playing those games. This is why I stubbornly am playing just one character. And that character is a hunter. One, I like the hunter. And two, Bungie wants to do everything they can to make sure that I play something else. They don't want you to just play one character, and they don't want you to just play one character class. Which I think is ridiculous. I mean, if you want me to play a Warlock, then give me a real benefit to playing a Warlock. Like, this week, all Warlocks do double damage. Then I'll be like, okay, fine, I'll play a Warlock. But if you're going to do it for one, you should do it for all of them. And better still, how about this? Why don't we just get rid of the character classes altogether, and you can custom make your own build? You know, like if you're a melee fighter like I am, then you can build nothing but melee abilities. If you're a ranged fighter, you know, like my son is, he's a good range fighter. He just swings in PvP. It's freaking astounding. But you know, he and I have not matched up together in weeks because the game has a tendency to put me in lobbies that are scaled off of his abilities, and I'm like, that's not balanced. That's not even fair. You know, we should totally not be, you know, in that kind of a lobby, and there's no way I could do anything. So, yeah. But you know, like I said before, I mean, I don't care about balanced fights. I do care about fair fights. Well, I got plenty of sword ammo, and I think I'm all done with swords. Am I all done with my gunsmith bounties? Yep, all done. Nice. Okay, so wow, dude, the aim assist on that was just way crazy. And I love that inconsistent. It's inconsistent. That's the real thing about Bungie that I don't like. The inconsistency. It's like, in one moment, my gun's tracking and magnetizing towards every little fucking target in the way. The next minute, I'm like, good luck getting a fucking headshot. You know? Are we still tracking this shit? Alright. Heavy grenade launcher. Shotgun is done, so we don't need that crap anymore. And we're doing that. Okay, here we go. That was kind of funny. Oh, I gotta change out my mods now, too. I wish there was more hot swappables in this game. This is so ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Actually, wait. No, that's it. That's all I can do. Wow, these kids just went straight up. Yeah, come on, you can climb. That's what I'm talking about, see? And here's the problem. This is what happened. Back in Destiny 1, the developers, designers, saw how players were like, ooh, look, we got all these environments that we can climb around on and stuff, and we were having fun doing it. And then they took that, and they made it be, you know, a requirement. And I'm like, well, you know, here and there as a requirement, that's fine, but it's like, it's spammed out. It's like the quippy Marvel movie one-liners. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger became a trope because of his little, you know, one-liners. Anybody who wrote for Arnold Schwarzenegger knew they needed the write in the quips and stuff, and it was funny because it's ironic because here you have this performer who can't really act worth shit. He's just an image. You know, he's a talking action figure, really, literally. And you know, he's you know, doing these one-liners, and I think it all kind of started with the Terminator when he goes, "I'll be back," you know, which is, you know, classic. It is a classic, and then it just became like, you know, people would like laughed at that. They thought that was funny. And then they enjoyed themselves with it, and then it became like, you know, that was like his signature. You know, like me putting, you know, a little red robot hidden amongst the paint job that I put on a model kit for somebody. You know, because that's my signature. It's how you know it's an official artist poet piece. Haha, I was going to go ahead and give away my real name. But but anyway, so and then it's like then you get then it becomes like everybody's doing it, And in the MCU, if it was just Tony Stark or just Thor or just Scarlet Witch that was doing the one-liners, I don't think it would have been such a cringe moment. But I mean, honestly, by the time Endgame was done, I was kind of like I was it. And believe it or not, I watched Endgame because I'd already been following the story up to that point. So I was like, what, I might as well watch the last chapter. And it's going to be the same way I feel about Destiny. I'm not buying Witch Queen. I'm not. I probably won't get any of the season passes. And at the present time, I'm not feeling any desire to pay for the 30th anniversary, Galahorn and Friends kind of stuff. It's like, but I probably will buy the Final Shape. I will probably do that just to experience the last chapter of the Light versus Dark saga. Um, and then after that, I don't know. They say beyond. But yeah, really, what? It's just going to turn into Fortnite. I really do think that's going to be the final shape of Destiny. It's just going to be another battle royale game. Just yeah. And no, I don't know if I'll actually play. I would have to have a really really dedicated fire team in order to play. I would have to really have a good reason to come in and invest that afternoon. Can I make it? Yay! I want to kill this guy before they call me in. I did it. That right there. See, little self challenges, personal goals. That's what life is. That's what gaming should be. It should be a series of your own personal goals. Man, it would be awesome if they had customizable bounties. This is, what do you plan to do today? Well, I'm going to do this, and then of course it would take a hell of a lot of architecture to fucking make it work right. Um, you pay 3,000 Glimmer to get additional bounties that give you Bright Dust. Um, and they are kind of difficult to complete. They're challenging. That's good. It's supposed to be challenging. He's got the Wardcliff on? What is this, really? Yeah, that's the Wardcliff. Oh, there he is. I love how the game lags up so hard sometimes on me that my tethers don't even fucking connect before somebody else gets a chance to kill them. It's crazy funny. I am dual wielding sidearms. I should be able to dual wield sidearms. I really should. Come on, where are you at? There you are. Oh darn, no golden age ray gun? No, I just get. Oh, I hate this fucking sidearm. There is nothing about this sidearm that'll make you ever keep it. Seriously. If Monty from fucking Let's Make a Deal calls me up and says, if you can show me that sidearm in your inventory, I'll give you $1,000. I'll be like, oh, sorry, dude, I'm out. I fucking hate that sidearm. All right, check in on the bounty prog. Done that. Grenade launcher, melees, kinetic weapons. Still looking for Taken. And multi-kills with supers, which are doable. They're doable. Grenade kills on Nessus, we were just there. Power multi-kills, okay. So it's going to be more on the grenades. Arc kills, yep, doing that. And public events, yeah, I was kind of hoping there'd be a public event that we would roll through with this strike, but it's random, so yeah, not happening. Anyway, this is a 30-minute broadcast, and then nobody's going to watch this shit, so I'm just going to peace out. Just a summary. Bungie, bring back the shared team bounties, please. If we're supposed to be playing as a fire team, as a team, whether it's Crucible, Gambit, or Strikes, um, let's have some shared progress bounties more than just the one or two that we get every other day. And yeah, again, my usual harp. Put power levels on the character, not on the gear, so that we can focus on just getting good gear, not having to worry about power leveling, grinding, and all that shit. Um, can you make a game without power levels? I think you can. I think you can. I think when you're developing your character, there should be levels to basically XP throttle your progress a little bit, or encourage you to explore the game. Strip away the whole character classes shit, and just have a stack of abilities that you can choose from. Yes, there's going to be some mono builds, but that's what your sandbox tuning is all about, right? I mean, there's a mono build for just about anything out there, and then you guys go back and say, well, this one's getting kind of vanilla. Everyone's doing it, so let's go ahead and tweak it here. I mean, honestly, Magic the Gathering does it. They have evergreen formats. I know I said I was going to wrap up, but Magic the Gathering is a fantastic example of how power creep can be integrated into the experience and then mitigated by the rotation of seasonal content. So, I have about a good three dozen cards that I love to play, and half of them are unplayable in the current standard game setting, the current season. But there are some evergreen formats, is what they call it. Things like Commander, Pioneer. These are formats that are available for you to play whatever you want to play within a limit, of course. And they're all pretty well fair. They're fair formats. And they do have a banned and restricted list. Like okay, we're not allowing this particular card to be played. Because it combos too well with these other cards that are in the game, and it creates, a very unbalanced, unfair advantage. And especially if the card's like super expensive, it's like not everybody can get that card. Because if everybody can get the card, then there's no point in banning or restricting it, because everybody has access. Does everybody have to play it? Well, yeah, it doesn't really need to. I mean, eventually, Magic the Gathering is a game that is balanced enough against itself that if there's a mono build that comes up, someone's going to crack it within a week or two. It's just the way it is. And I think that if Destiny did that, instead of sunsetting crap, like Strikes, play whatever you want. Fucking A, dude. Doesn't matter. No sunsetting in Strikes. You got a gun that came from year one of D2, and it's got the perfect god roll for you, and it's like just broke ass bullshit. Fucking A, take it in and play it. Who cares? Honestly, who fucking cares? In PvP, then you could have like a limited pool of weapons and gear, or abilities. You might have like some preloaded ones. Like, okay, well, I only ever play a hunter in Strikes and Gambit, but in PvP, it's giving me the option to play this starter build of a Warlock. And so, yeah, I want to play the Warlock starter build, or I want to play the Titan starter build. Or if you're playing a Warlock or a Titan, you get the Hunter starter build. And this is kind of like the curated role, that you can find in Nightfalls and other activities. This is a role that this is a character build that the Bungie guys have said, like, hey, this is a good way to start with this particular class, get you interested in it. And then you can play that in PvP, and everybody plays one of those three starter builds. So instantly, the lobby is completely balanced. It comes down to your playing skill and your hardware. If you've got a PlayStation 5 versus a PlayStation 4, or a console versus an Xbox One, a PC versus an Xbox One, if you're playing on Stadia, God help you. And I think that'd be a fantastic little lab. I think that should be a lab that they introduce, Because, like I said, I think the final form of Destiny is really going to be a battle royale. It really is. It's going to be a Fortnite. I'm sorry. I'm calling it right now. That's what they're going to do. Destiny beyond the final form? Yeah, right. Sure. Everyone's like thinking, well, maybe we'll leave the solar system. Oh, maybe we'll get to play the Fallen. Maybe we'll get to play Vex. maybe we'll get to like go on rescue missions or whatever. No, Bevies, I love you. Not gonna happen. Okay, so I'm at 40 minutes, and yeah, I got lots to talk about, but I'm not gonna keep doing this because y'all have better things to do in your time than fucking put my sour ass voice on in the background and whatever. But if you did get to this, this far, that's good on you. Thanks so much. Um, and yeah, thanks for stopping by.